Hello, this is Dr. Do again. This video is outside of medicine. Continue to read the book of Proverbs. I think I'll finish the chapter 19. I'm going to move on to chapter 20. Just to remind, the book of Proverbs are the Proverbs of Solomon and the wisdom of Solomon. Especially start from chapter 10. It says the Proverbs of Solomon with the title of it. So I'm going to start chapter 20 and I'm going to start to read it first. Chapter 20. Wine is a mocker and beer a brawler. Whoever is led astray by them is not wise. A king's wrath is like the roar of a lion. He who angers him forfeits his life. It is to a man's honor to avoid strife, but every fool is quick to quarrel. A sluggard does not plow in season, so at harvest time he looks but finds nothing. The purposes of a man's heart are deep waters, but a man of understanding draws them out. Many a man claims to have unfailing love, but a faithful man who can find? The righteous man leads a blameless life, blessed are his children after him. When a king sits on his throne to judge, he winnows out all evil with his eyes. Who can say, I have kept my heart pure, I am clean and without sin? Deferring weights and deferring measures, the Lord detests them both. Even a child is known by his actions, by whether his conduct is pure and right. Ears that hear the eyes and sees, the Lord has made them both. Do not love sleep, or you will grow poor. Stay awake, and you will have food to spare. It is no good, says the buyer. Then off he goes and boasts about his purchase. Gold there is, and ruby in abundance, but lips that speak knowledge are rare jewelry. Take the garment of one who puts up security for a stranger. Hold it in pledge if he does it for a wayward woman. So this is the first part of chapter 20. Again, this talk about the wisdom, the proverbs, and regardless, I think each words of this proverbs, I think, has to be fitting the context. I think imagine the situation, what is fit for. It's like previously I mentioned in previous proverb, I mentioned about the instructions. Advise you to listen to the instructions, to listen to the words, and then later on there's a word that he stop listening to instructions. So this is really, you cannot just isolate one words like this, stop listening to instruction, my son, you will. So this is just an example I present here, just saying that tell us to apply these proverbs as wisdom and in the context and in the right time and in the right context, I think. Wine is a mocker and beer a brawler. Whoever is led astray by them is not wise. Talk about the drunkard. A king's wrath is like a roar of lion. He who angers him forfeits his life. Do not argue. Do not argue with the king, unless except for Nathan. I think he did. He rebuked David, but I think that's saying that he is probably superior, and or just saying David is really gracious, the king of gracious. David can listen to the rebuke. That's really unusual. That's why he is loved by the people, I guess. It is to a man's honor to avoid strife, but every fool is quick to quarrel. Saying the control the temper and be calm. A sluggard does not plow in season, so at harvest time he looks but finds nothing. This talk about diligence. The purpose of a man's heart are deep waters, but a man of understanding draws them out. So talk about the heart of human, of being human. The heart is really deep, but I think the man of understanding draws them out. The man understanding can really easy to understand, easy to get along. Many a man claims to have unfailing love, but a faithful man who can find? This is, I think, is quite common. Women probably man said woman not faithful. This is said about a faithful man is hard to find. The righteous man leads a blameless life. Blessed are his children after him. This is talk about righteous, the blessing, the benefit of being righteous, because the blessing not to him, also to his children. When a king sits on his throne to judge, he winnows out all evil with his eyes. This is saying that the king is wise. I think Solomon, he sees himself as wise, or people think he is wise because he seeks for wisdom from the God. And he is wise. He thinks all the kings are wise. As a matter of fact, in the history, there's some kings with, I think, not as wise as him, at least. Who can say, I have kept my heart pure, I'm clean and without sin? This is in quotation mark, saying that nobody can say this, really. Differing weights and the differing measures, the Lord detests them both, means today's matter solved by today. Today's work, get it done by today. Do not defer to tomorrow. Even a child is known by his action, but by whether his conduct is pure and right. So this is a talk about the wisdom. Even a child can tell what is right and what's wrong. Ears that hear and eyes that see, the Lord has made them both. So you can see, you can hear, but what you see, what you hear, I think that this is implied that it's up to God. So this is because God made the ears and eyes. You listen to the right thing, you see the right thing. Do not love sleep or you will grow poor. Stay awake and you will have food to expire. This is the same idea as diligency. On top of diligency, keep alert. Keep your mind always focused on what your goal and your life. It is no good, it is no good. This is a quotation mark. Says the buyer, and then off he goes and boasts about his purchase. Isn't that true? I think this is just so real for the heart. When I saw those things, I couldn't understand why. But now I think there's a theory, there's a wisdom behind this, I guess. It's just so blame or complain. That's the nature of the heart. Gold there is, and rubies in abundance, but lips that speaks knowledge are rare jewelry. So this is to talk about knowledge and wisdom beyond the gold or rubies. Take the garment of one who puts up security for a stranger, hold it in pledge if he does it for a wayward woman. So this is to talk about take the garment of one who puts up security for a stranger, hold it in pledge if he does it for a wayward woman. So this is to talk about wise man, to stay away from those women. I think previous mentioned what kind of women are good in the eyes of God, what kind of women are wayward. So this is talk about the wisdom to find the right woman. So I'm going to stop here today and continue next time. And I hope that you can read and interpret in your own way. Thank you for watching.